Divine greetings and grand risings, everyone. Been a while. It's been a pretty long. That's usually what happens when there's a lot of planetary alignments, like retrogrades, full moons, and new moons and stuff. The energy gets very intense, and you don't really know where to put yourself because there's a lot going on. So, what are you really gonna do? Depth. That's all you can do. Your depth, which is why never say never, because never is just a possibility. By you not allowing the experience, you're pushing the experience more in your reality. Which is why you should remember to keep your word on growth and not more so on ego based holdings of certain aspects of life and self. Let it go. Let it go. Let that shit go. Because at the end of the day, all of us have to do things that we thought we'd never ever be doing again. We thought we'd never be doing in general. And it's all about adaptation and the value of being able to adjust, being able to be in environments that don't really give you the same familiarity. Familiarity. Mm, You know what I mean? Give the same that word. Familiarity. Familiarity. We're not going to do that. Just basically throwing away the pre-condensation that something won't happen, something can't happen, good or bad. Because once you accept that bad happens to everybody, you understand that it isn't really bad. It's just growth. It's just a means of growth. Sometimes that means that growth can be ugly. Sometimes it's dark. At the end of the day, coming back to the source of yourself in any form or matter is always going to be the answer rather than looking for than somebody else. Oh, that little tidbit's out the way. How have you guys been doing? It's not very, very often that I get to energetically check on everybody because I'm so busy with my own energy. So, how are you doing? How are these shifts and planetary alignments affecting you and your life? And how much do you know about this even? Where is your knowledge base? I could say, excuse me. Excuse me. That's a lot. That's a lot just to start the video with. So we're gonna get straight into it. We all know that we're still on this quest. We're still on this conquest, conquering and talking about every single sin. And we're continuing that today. I already know we're continuing that today. Because we got another one. We got another one. And this sin ties greatly into what I just discussed. Now, I'm going to because it's very combative. explaining it just as it is. So try with something new. I'm kind of explaining like what it is and then say it instead of just saying it. Just to add that little the lower juices. Everybody who is chosen, who is a star seed, who is just not from here, not from here at all. All the beautiful souls out here who just not, they don't originate from this place. All the chosen child of God. Every single one of us has to experience this sin in such a multitude. Such, I'm fiddling with my, it's such a, just, such a big amount of just pure and utter undeserved negative attention, undeserved, undeserved negative connotations. This sin in itself is one, if not the most deadly sins, just because of what people will do when they're under this sin. And you'll know who's under this sin by the look in their eyes. It's very green. And you'll know just who these people are by their little side comments, their little side steps and conversations, bringing all the point back to you and what you have and what you've done and all that you are going through and everything that you are. The sin we're going to be discussing today is envy. The sin of envy. Now, with the sin of envy being just, I can't really understand. Well, that's the case with all these things, but I really can't understand envy. So I'm gonna try my best and my hardest to be able to get it out, because me being myself, I have experienced envy in multiple places of my life, multiple different environments I've been placed in by the Most High God, multiple different partners, people, places, things, you name it. You could just see the green. You see the green. You know what I mean? And it's not this green. No. In fact, there's probably not a lot of this green where that other green is. Envy is just, it's self-deprecating. It's very, very self-deprecating. Because to envy is to lack. Okay? To envy is to have the thought in your head that you don't have whatever it is that you're envying. It's to be somebody who you're not. Honestly. So, like with all of these videos, I suppose, I'm going to be starting off with the Milo take. Because I've already had my little explanation on everything like that. So we're gonna start with the definition. And the definition of envy is something along the lines of like but something along the lines of I don't remember right now. Um, so the definition for envy, I'm not gonna read it. The definition of envy is basically being discontent with where you are in life because somebody else has something that you feel like you should have. The definition of envy is to be resentful towards somebody for achieving something that you feel like you can't, or having something that you feel like you can't. There's a lot of lack in envy. There's a lot of lack in envy. A lot. For me, honestly, coming from a pretty green eyed past, I understand that envy is just the lack of the lack of gratitude. Envy is the lack of gratitude, but that isn't the opposite. It's a lack of gratitude and lack of self-respect, wanting something that somebody else has. Mercury and retrograde. Jesus, wanting something that somebody else has is never gonna really get you anywhere because you're always just gonna be chasing somebody else's shadow. It's not even your job to be chasing that shadow. All these successful people, 33, all these successful people in this world and everything that they had to do to be able to gain their success, there really is nothing to envy because all of them have to work hard in whatever realm of life that may be. For everything that somebody has, it's somebody able to feel like a lack of thereof. That other person had to work very hard to get to that point, no matter who they are, good or bad. That person had to work very hard to get to that point. So the fact that you feel like just because they got to that point that you can't get to your own point, it's a lack. It's based in lack. The fact of the matter is, people envy just lack the self-respect and the self-interest to be able to uncover their own potential. So they steady try to try to take, try to steal, try to get rid of whatever it is that they envy. And me, being me, I understand that some of, if not the most horrible things humans are capable of are because of envy, because a lack thereof. There's just a lot to be said about somebody who looks at a quality, person, place, a thing. It's not theirs, and they want it. They have to have it, but it's not in their destiny. It's not theirs. That could range from anything though. It could even be psychic abilities. It could just be knowledge. It could just be the fact that you sleep well. People envy for the smallest of things. because there's so much lack in this world. There's so much comparison in this world. This old world. This old paradigm where people will just flex all of the most desirable things to other people, whatever that may be. But for me, envy is definitely just a lack of gratitude. And while I was doing my research, I found this word. Never have seen this word in my life. Never used this word in my life. It's good. Solid. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. An example of the opposite of envy. So for me, the opposite of envy, it's just this word that I literally just found when I was doing my research for the video and everything. A lack of gratitude, a lack of self-love, a lack of accountability, a lack of art. I feel like at least 75 to 70% of people who are actively envious are narcissists. But for me, the opposite of envy would be magnanimousness. It was a wild one, I'm not gonna lie. Magnanimousness, like what is that? What does that mean? And look up the definition. Magnanimousness is the quality of being magnanimous, which means being generous, kind, and forgiving, especially towards someone who has been defeated or treated badly. It also encompasses having a noble and courageous spirit and being free from petty resentfulness. And for me, that kind of took the cake. Because envy is really resentment. Envy is really like a dedication to the path that isn't yours. So the complete opposite would be that word that I just said, because I can't really remember what the word is. Magnanimousness? Yeah, magnanimousness. Magnanimousness. So funny. But yeah, no, magnanimousness is definitely the opposite to envy. Envy. Why do people do it? Why do people sin in general? That's the main question. You'll never really know. That's really the hard answer. Envy in particular, like I said, just a lack of what people feel like they don't have and they need. It's it was pre-decided that I would record Envy next, and through God's decision of putting me on this path, I was able to re-evaluate and experience envy firsthand. I've always kind of experienced envy wherever I went, which is why I really stayed away from the 9 to 5 world. Because no matter where I went, my supervisors would always have a problem with me. No matter where I went, my supervisors would always feel like I was getting better than them and I was a problem, this and that. Friends too, coworkers, lovers, and when you're talented, you're gifted. And for me, when you're young, people are just going to find anything and everything to be able to feel like they don't have it. So they have to get it from you or something like that. There's just been so many people in much higher physical positions as me that have been so hell bent on destroying me through whatever means that may be. That is just it's so obvious that it comes from an envious viewpoint. I could tell specific stories, but I more so want to just touch bases with the topic and wrap things up because I really said everything that I had to say about envy. Honestly, I just feel like envy is just a lack there of something you feel like you don't have that you do. So it's kind of redundant, kind of repetitive. It's big though. It's really big. Once you realize how big envy is, you will never underestimate when somebody says they envy you. You'll never underestimate that. You'll double check that. You'll double back immediately. That's another thing too. Half of the time, the things that people envy, they wouldn't be able to accomplish what that person has to get to that point to have that. They would just wouldn't be able to do it. Because who would want to live somebody else's life? Who would want to take on the burden somebody else's that's not their like partner, children, family? It just doesn't make sense at all. There's just so much to say about my experiences with it. But I guess yeah, I guess it correlates with my gang stalking situations because there's like multiple groups and they all just kind of like gang stalk and watch from afar and stuff like that. And so you can definitely feel the envy from people who have to keep tabs on you, watch you, feel like if they aren't constantly trying to do something to get in the way of your destiny, that it's like a problem or something. You will definitely, as a chosen one, you will definitely have a lot of gang stalkers. And you gotta understand that they're just envious of you, man. They're just envious of you, man. Have a lot of gang stalkers, a lot of people that feel like that you can't see them and they're watching you, but it's not the gang stalker. It's like a different. It's like this different kind of stalking that I've experienced, where it's not like a group thing. It's like an individual thing, which I don't know why I'm saying. I could just remember Every single relationship or friendship or anything like that that I've ever had, just all went up in the flames because I'm talented and gifted, chosen. Why wouldn't people be envious of somebody who has it all together on the surface? Or wouldn't somebody be envious of somebody who's successful? Envious of you. They're envious of me. Envious of us all. They sit back and they watch. And they observe. Just waiting for their chance. Just waiting for that moment. Excuse me. And they pounce. For me, they don't get shit. But that might not be the case to everybody. It probably does have to be a shorter video because I'm not really picking up anything like examples or anything like that. Obviously, I do have examples, but I feel like it's needed at this point. Because even if I call it out, it's like, oh, yeah, sure. I said that you were envious of me and my success and everything like that, and all that. You're still going to deny it either way. So what point is there in even calling it out? I just know that I've experienced it a lot for obvious reasons. Chosen. Chosen ones know. They know. They know. Chosen ones do indeed know. Star seeds do indeed know. Earth angels do indeed know. The people that mind their bread and keep to themselves, take care of their family, break generational curses, those those people understand what envy is because envy has destroyed every single last one of my relationships. It just has. And there's no convincing me otherwise. It's fine. There's no convincing me otherwise. There's no letting go of the fact that I know in a lot of these situations I was wrong. Well, there's a letting go of the fact that it's like one of those forgive but not forget things. I'm so distracted. Forgive but not forget. Which is why envy is so prominent, especially in the younger kids for some reason. Everybody displays all of this grandiose and all these things and everything. But we literally get to see your life on a screen to what you've portrayed it to be out of all the days. Life goes on. With 24 hours in a day, you got to experience a lot more than what you portray on the internet. Which is why I like to be real. Just come forward and like these planetary alignments have been kicking my Boolean ass, man. I'm thriving them. I'm happy to be alive. Happy to be on camera. Happy to be taking care of the planet one step at a time. Changing the world. Making the best revolution, the villain revolution. ANWR the change, just in pure manifestation mode. Which is why I'm just taking this chance to ramble. Because I could go in depth about these situations. It's just, it's in the past, it's in the past. Sometimes you just gotta let that shit go. It's better off there. But what I do know is that there is no gratitude for oneself, for what oneself has, or what oneself has been provided by the Most High, envying what somebody else has. There is no gratitude. You're not grateful. You're not in the ideal frequency to manifest your actual needs, your actual desires. How can you identify them? It's pretty simple. Just look out for that one friend or that one family member or that one coworker. Just place it where it fits. That one person that doesn't celebrate your victories, that is silently watching you from the corner. Hasn't taken an eye off of you. Watched every single movement to know how to replicate. It's the quiet need to misunderstand somebody. It's the over exaggerated attempt at replication that's envy. It's that friend side eyeing you and your girl that's envy. Envy can be silent or it can be very loud. It's the silent ones that you really have to worry about. The people that will just outright tell you, like, oh yeah, like, yeah, I envy you, or whatever. Oh, I wish I had that, or wish it was me. Lucky guy. All that stuff. Those people are practically snitching on themselves. It's the people that like it. It's the people that like it, but deep down inside, they don't like that shit, and they want that shit. It's those that you gotta be careful of. It's those that you gotta be careful of. Those that you gotta beware. There's just so many examples popping up in my head. But why compromise? Why compromise your peace for somebody else's chaos? Just don't speak on it. Zip the lock and put it in your pocket. You know what I mean? Some of these things don't even gotta be mentioned. Just speak for themselves. You ain't gotta worry about it. They're all envying you and thinking that it's sweet, thinking that shit cool. Ooh, they got rude awakening for that. Yes, they do. How can you avoid envy? Impossible. It's like, how can you avoid success? How can you avoid being successful? Why would you ever want to do that? So you're always gonna have people envying you. Just let you know you're winning. Just let you know you're doing something right. Just let you know you're on your right path. Doesn't have to be theirs. There is physically no way to not have people envying you if you're doing something right. You gotta have haters. You gotta have the naysayers, the people, the family, the friends, coworkers, blah blah. You get the gist. You gotta have those people around. Because without those people, where else are you gonna get that motivation? To keep going. I'm motivated by my haters. That's why. I love it when somebody dislikes me because it's a you problem. I mean, I love me. There's not a single person or place or I wouldn't. I would rather be nobody than not me, and I am nobody because Jesus saved me. I don't even need a name. Just, just, just a man that got saved by Jesus, like everybody else should be. Just a man, just a woman that got saved by Jesus, crucified to his flesh, and a revival of the spirit. That's all that really matters in this life, honestly. It's just coming back to your creator. The best father you could ever ask for. Jehovah, Yahweh, God, my best friend, my father, my husband. The intimacy needed. People envy that for some reason too. Just get a relationship with God, bro. Just get a relationship with God, says. Shit is not hard. I'm not even really here right now because it's just like, I've already said it all. But if I said any more, I'd just be snitching to everybody. I ain't no snitch. I'm gonna let him know though. Whatever way that may be. Don't gotta use my words. Could just be my intention. Am I gonna include all this in the video? I don't know. Kind of just coming back on, having fun, getting used to it, talking about envy. Having a lot of fun, honestly. It's so amazing to be able to just connect and then be able to disconnect when you need to. It's so amazing to be free and to feel loved and to feel proud of what you're doing and to feel like you're helping and to feel like things really matter. It's a good feeling. It's a feeling that I wish for everybody because it's possible for everybody. You just gotta put in the work. And the work isn't just gonna fucking walk up to you and be like, hey, I'm the work. Get to work. No. Because not everything that everybody does is gonna work for everyone. The only thing that's gonna work for everyone: breathing, drinking water, getting sunlight, exercising, breathing. Did I say breathing? I think I said breathing. Eating, digestion, thinking, like the things that we can all do. Those are really the only thing that you're really ever gonna find. So why try to be the same? Why try to fit in? Why try to make the people that are purposely misunderstanding you understand you? Why try to fight a losing battle? It just doesn't make sense to me. A lot of things don't make sense to me. And all of those things aren't based in love. Envy is not based in love. Envy is a lack of love. Okay. I mean, what can you do when you run into envy? Identify it. Identify it as identify who it is operating out of. Identify what exactly the what exactly I want to say it's an entity, but I just feel like sin on a larger scale is an entity and not so much just just like scratching the surface of something, just like envying somebody. Like somebody gets like one more ice cream scoop than you, and all of a sudden you're envious. Like, no, I don't think the demon took over you and was just like, oh yeah, he got one scoop of ice cream more than you. Need that, need that. No, I feel like things like that happen over time, and you also have to invite things like that into your vessel. Here, in that scenario, no, I don't think that it is demonic oppression. It might be just like the earlier stages of demonic oppression, like not so much possessed, more so influenced by darker species. Did I say species? Darker lower entities. Okay. Ah, identify it. Identify why it's happening, and distance yourself. Literally, distance yourself. Don't move too fast. So pace yourself. Pace yourself to move away. Don't make it abrupt. Don't make it a big deal. Just slowly but surely watch for the signs, pay attention, and take aligned action. Because the fact of the matter is, nobody wants to surround themselves with people who are open to these entities. Nobody wants those people around them. At least I don't. So, and the thing is, you can't let whatever's on the other side know that you know, unless you're just like him. But if you're not that, you can't let the other side know that you know. You gotta play that shit. You gotta play that shit slow. It's like disconnecting from just disconnecting from a narcissist. You can't just abruptly leave them because then they're just gonna fucking throw a fit and have a ball and to try to turn the whole story on you because everybody isn't getting your perspective on the story. They believe them because I don't know their lies are believable or something like that. You can't do that. No. What you can do is look at the situation, look at the person, find out why they're envying you. See if you can see if you can talk it out a little. Obviously, envy is probably the sin that makes you do the worst things to people. So don't get too close. Don't get too close. Also, don't flirt with the enemy. You know what I mean. But come to an understanding. Because if something envies whatever you got going on, then it's got to be good. It's got to be good. Hone in on that. Whatever people are talking about, whatever people are envying, whatever people are like, oh my god, like him, her, whatever, all that. Hone in on that. Detach peacefully and slowly from the perpetrators, the envious, green-eyed little goblins. Distance, and then that distance will lead to a abrupt and frantic cutoff that they won't expect because it'll happen out of nowhere. And it'll just be gone. Nowhere in the reality for them to accept unless you're like on the internet or you see them frequently or whatever. You just can't be abrupt though. Cannot be abrupt. You never want to cut people off abrupt. It's never gonna work out. You you don't want to give people too many chances either. You kind of just want to slowly um, work through your own issues that you're having with the relationship until you're able to come to the conclusion that you don't want to be in the relationship anymore. And when you stop gaslighting yourself out of the fact that the people that you might be choosing to spend your time with are the people for you, and you leave and you don't turn back, you don't answer the calls and you don't answer the texts, and you're not involved with them anymore, that's when the cutoff happens. It's the gradual loss of communication that is the most ferocious to these types of individuals. And hurt people hurt people. So if you're hurting people, you're hurt. What we're doing is we're encouraging healing and encouraging people back to themselves by not allowing them to play in our energetic field, in our auric field, for the fun of it. Just not letting them play in our face, calling it how we see it, not ignoring our intuition or gaslighting ourselves out of the truth. We're just, I see you, so I'm going to gradually walk away from you. I see you, so I'm going to intuitively address the situation, whether that be through prayer or just having a conversation with God and like, okay, God, if this person is for me, then he'll stay in my life. She'll stay in my life. That job will stay in your life. Just pray about it. Literally pray before you make any kind of decision to cut somebody off or to leave somebody out or anything like that. Because the fact of the matter is, we're all here to complete cycles. And if you're not completing those cycles, you're not doing your job. You're not doing the work. The humans that have constructed society to just be this, like, what are like some worker rodents? What would be a worker rodent? Uh, Guinea pigs? The government and the mainstream media just made everybody a bunch of guinea pigs. Just don't fall in that crowd. That doesn't mean you have to have your own business and be making your own money from your own sources of income that day or that week or that month or even that year. There's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5 if you're able to keep up with the work environment, as toxic as those kind of work environments can be. There's uh, there's nothing wrong with any of that. I feel like if you feel like that's your calling, that's your purpose, and you do you. But it's when you continue to show up to the same place and you start resenting that place, and you start envying other people that you kind of get it misconstrued. Life isn't all rainbow sunshines and happiness unless you make it that way. Life isn't all death, gloom, and sadness unless you make it that way. It really is a choice between the two because it's a polarity. There's two. There can only be two. There's dark and there's light. Light comes first, obviously, but the darkness soon follows. Light always outshines the darkness, of course. That doesn't mean that the darkness isn't important. It just means that in a polaric difference, light is always going to win. Love is always going to win. So even if you have people, places, and things that feel like they don't have what you have, so they should feel some type of way about you and talk some type of way about you and put all these false intentions about you out there, does not give them the right to what's yours. And what's yours can never be taken from you. Excuse me. What's yours can never fall away. What's yours can never be misunderstood by you, obviously. Because everybody has their own perception. Excuse me. What's yours is yours. And nobody can take that from you, my friend. No. Nobody can take that from you, my friend. It is all yours. All yours, the world, and everything on it. Life is really what you make it out to be. So if you just want it to be some miserable cesspool of drama and just a whole bunch of bullshit, then that's what it's going to be. But if you want it to be abundant business opportunities and healthy lifestyle and all the fun, like genuine fun, like fucking going out and still even staying home. I have the most fun staying home, honestly. You can have that. You have whatever you want. If it's what you need, if you're asking the right person, which is God, it's the only person you can receive anything from is yours. So that's probably why when you ask God, you got all that other stuff, you know? When you ask God, you always receive. Prayer is so powerful. Which is why when you sense somebody envying you, pray. Because like I've said throughout this entire video, somebody who is truly envious of what you have and they don't are capable of some of the most destructive, disgusting things a human being is capable of. It's real talk. An envious person is a dangerous person. For real. Actually, an envious person is a dangerous person. Doesn't matter who it is. Doesn't matter what they do. The fact that they want what you have and they're willing to do whatever it is that they have to do to get what you have, that's really dangerous. That's really dangerous. You don't want none of that. Trust me. You don't want none of that. So at the first sign that you see somebody eyeing you greenly, address it. Say something. Don't just watch. Address it. Identify why it's happening. And then get the fuck out of here. Seriously. Get the freak out of there. Like, honestly. The assessment should be all that's needed for you to realize, oh, this motherfucker crazy. Because why do they want something that's mine that they literally can't have unless they're trying to be me? Destiny swap question? Like, things like that. Spiritual terms like that. Right. But don't run. Calmly walk away, not turning your back. Peacefully detach from the situation. There's literally only so much that you can do about somebody who does not want to be them. And I am so afraid to break it to the people in the back, but you can't be you trying to be somebody else. Don't word like that. No. No, 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 no. Do not word like that. It just doesn't. Where can you find it? Literally everywhere. Quite literally. Like, actually, everywhere. There are a lot more people that are envious than you would think. How do you find it? You succeed. You do the best that you possibly can in the highest timeline. You'd be in the highest timeline you could possibly be in. You just keep succeeding. You keep showing up. You keep exceeding. No matter what, if you're successful, envy is going to follow. It's always going to be a motherfucker that think you can do it better than you. Male or female, obviously. Gender does not matter. It's always going to be somebody like that, though. It's either you identify what it is that they're so envious about you, envious for, and you hone in on that, understanding that where the enemy's attention goes, God grows. Where the enemy attention goes, God grows. The devil doesn't rob empty houses. Understanding all that, if somebody is envious of you, you, my friend, are that house that is full and not empty. Being successful means that you are always going to face obstacles. You're always going to face naysayers. You're always going to face people trying to pull you down from the position that you're so rightfully being put in. You're always going to have people like that, no matter what. As long as you're successful, it's always going to follow you, no matter where you go. So keep your chin up. Keep your chin up. Keep doing great. Keep doing amazing. You were doing so freaking amazing, and you didn't even understand it. On that worst day you just had, it literally created such a big ripple in the world for so much love, peace, joy, abundance to just seep through all those cracks in the work field and filling all of the planet with just all of the most abundant, great vibrations, which is why the planet is speeding up. There's a lot more natural disasters everywhere. It's because what is no longer serving us is being wiped away, and the love, the heat, the fire, flame, it's picking up. The vibration, it's picking up. We're going in the right direction. And I'm proud of you. Proud of me. Proud of you. Excuse me. The work that we've been doing, monumental. We're all going to have our own books. All going to have our own just monuments with how big this is. How huge this is. This is destiny. This is divine destiny. Divine destiny. And you're here with me on this divine destiny, on your own path, doing your own thing. And you're doing so amazing. I'm just so proud of you. Things are going so great, not only for your health, but also your wealth, also your home life, family life, work life, friendships, romance, you name it. You got it all in such an abundance. Everything that you prayed for is at the door. It's up to you to open that door. Because you're not the one who can open any door. It's God. It's God that's going to open those doors for you. Because you yourself understand that you're it. Now it's definitely going to differ because I feel like a counterpart energy is definitely what I'm picking up on. But you are the key. You are the lock. You are so close to finding your counterpart, whether you be the key or whether you be the lock. You're so close to finding your counterpart and finding who actually is going to love you and take care of you. It's like you found them already. Guess where they're at, though? Right here. Right here. That's where your counterpart is. That's where the person you're going to spend the rest of your life is. Right here. So you got to love them. You got to get to know them. You got to be able to sit with them and talk through the hard times, cry with them, be able to go get ice cream after a cry, go to the park with them, go to concerts with them. It's all happening and unfolding for you in your life right now. And all you have to do is continue being you. All you have to do is continue showing up every day. All you got to do is continue smiling, continue being joyful, continue being peaceful, continue being happy. And these motherfuckers will break their necks. We don't wish it upon them. We pray for them. We pray, for them. We pray that they find their light. Because Jesus Christ is assigned us to do so. Jesus Christ literally assigned us to abandon the 99 for the one. Only because that's what he would do. And well, I feel like, I'll get into that when I get more into my biblical stuff. But I feel like through every journey and every chapter of the Bible, it's just a stage of life, you know? So I really understand that the world we're living in is it's written. It's all to go a certain way. There's no possible way it doesn't go. With that in mind, you're going to succeed. You're going to win. You're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel. The butterflies in your stomach are going to subside and you're going to arrive. You've arrived. You're here now in these precious moments because you decided to tap into something that not everybody would. Love. And that's all you need. God's love. You need God's love. Best love ever. Before I keep rambling about how great you are and how special that your existence is to this entire universe, I'm going to end it. Just remember, you are one special son of a gun. You are one special son of a gun. You were chosen for this. You get up every morning for this moment right here. This moment right here. That victory. That coming home. Six of Wands. The world, completing those cycles. Wheel of Fortune. Being a favor. Fate. You won. You already won. It's on up to me. Yeah. It's been great. You know how much I love you. I don't think I say it, but I will. I love you. Even though she's dozing off in her dreamland, saving the world in her own manner, she loves you too. We both love you. A lot. Thank you for making it this far. Thank you for even tuning in. Out of all the YouTube channels, you decided to watch this one. The best one, honestly. Let's say that. I'm not gonna lie. Just gonna face the facts. I'm number one. So are you. I'll leave it like that. You're amazing. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're going places. I love you so much. Sending all the positivity, love, and light your way. Prayers go out to you and your family. And just know It's time. Thank you. Have a great rest of your experience. For real.